Good morning, everybody. So today is September 20. I have just finished getting my breakfast. I am still though editing yesterday's vlog, which is right over here. So if you haven't checked out that video, be sure to check that out before watching this vlog. So today's vlog is gonna be about what I have learned uh, during the interview process. So update, I have just finished making the thumbnail and as well as edit yesterday's vlog. So I'll just be uploading this vlog and we'll be continuing with this current vlog that I am doing right now. One of the struggles of having to upload a video here in our house is that I don't have my own Wi-Fi connection. So I just used this Peso Wi-Fi Vendo machine over here to upload my videos. So this is what I do every time I upload a video here on my YouTube channel. But it works, gets the job done. Just bring my laptop over here and wait for the video to be done uploading. For us, the one thing that we need to do is to find isang ka mangita o isang ka mo maningkamot o pangita na makuha na nito opportunity kay makuha. So my video has been up for almost 3 hours already. So it's about time to discuss the topic of this vlog, which is what I've learned from this interview experience for our field study. There are many things that I have learned throughout experiencing that field study interview that I've had yesterday. But I managed to narrow it down to 7 tips for me to share to you, the viewers, on how I did the interview yesterday. So tip number 1 is stay calm. When you are calm in the interview, your mind is at ease. When you are calm, you don't think of anything else. Like the answers or the questions that are being asked to you by the interviewee is very clear and you can understand it very well. Because if you are not calm in the interview, you won't be able to answer the questions correctly. Because your mind is now racing, overthinking of the things that you want to answer, and maybe the things that you want to say won't come out as good as you want it to be. Which brings me to my second tip. Don't overthink. Once you are overthinking the interview, you don't want to lose the interest of your interviewee, so don't think too much of what you want to say or what you want to expect on the interview, because what that brings you is you are now being subjected to be afraid, because once you are overthinking, it brings you to a state of being afraid, and that being afraid would also deficit the things that you want to say. It's if you had this thought in your mind because you had the answer to that question, which is what would work as the concrete answer or the great answer for your interviewee, the answer wouldn't come out as great. It's because you are now overthinking, to which that would lead to disaster in your interview. Staying positive. Being in a positive mindset brings your mind at ease. So it connects tip 1 and tip number 2. Because if you are positive enough in your interview, you are calm. When you are calm, you don't overthink. And because you are positive enough to go through the interview, you will not be able to be hindered by the thought of not passing this interview. Also, staying positive also makes you be able to think of the answers in a very concise way, because when you are positive enough, you won't be able to have these negative thoughts in your mind. So long as you are positive in your mind, you would be able to answer these questions in a very good manner that would please the interviewee. Maintain eye contact. So once you maintain your eye contact with your interviewee, so the interviewee automatically knows that you are interested in really getting this part of the job, or in the part of the practicum. In this sense, you are maintaining the eye contact with your interviewee, you are establishing this what we call communication. Because one key to communication is maintaining eye contact. Because if you are both maintaining your eye contact, your conversations will be straight. If your conversations will be straight, you will be able to have this thought of relaying the ideas that you want to your interviewee. There is what we call the sending and the receiving of messages with you and your interviewee. This also implies that when you are maintaining eye contact, you must not look at everywhere. So like if you are in the room, you don't mind the people that are passing by around you. You only concentrate on what your main goal is, which is to pass the interview. So if you want to pass the interview, maintain your eye contact with your interviewee in order for you to have this sense of communication. Because if you are not maintaining eye contact, as I've said earlier, communication wouldn't be established. Tip number 5 is to be ready of questions about the challenges that you have encountered. Why? Because these questions are what make the interviewee be interested in you more. Because as we all know, human as we are, we have encountered many challenges in our life. These challenges though are what makes us be able to learn from them. These challenges are what builds up our personality. And these challenges are what makes us who we are right now. So don't hesitate to answer the questions that are being given to you. Why? Because if you are hesitant enough to answer the questions that you have been given to by your interviewee, the interviewee would always give you harder and harder questions that you would be able to not answer anymore. Because hesitation would bring you to a state of, like I've said earlier, being afraid. If you are now afraid, you are not calm. If you are not calm, you won't be able to be positive enough. If you are not positive enough, you won't be able to think of the answers that would be pleasing to the interviewee. Be yourself. What makes the interview be more humane is being yourself. Because what makes the interview be interested or be interesting is being yourself. Like what I did with my interview. I just became me. Like I expressed my ideas, I expressed my experiences, and I expressed the challenges that I have encountered in my life. Because being yourself is one key for you to be able to have the sense of interest between you and the interviewee. Because being yourself makes you become positive. Because being yourself makes you become calm. And being yourself makes you be able to answer the questions that have been given to you in a relatable and in a concise way. I am not saying that the tips I have given you are very effective, but those tips are what I have used in order for me to have a good interview conversation between me and the interviewee on that day that I have been interviewed by our professor.